Sudden thunder echoed across Ukraine when the Kryukovsky Bridge, one of the country's most vital lifelines, came under a devastating Russian strike. The bridge, which had stood for decades as a key artery connecting the industrial east with the rest of Ukraine, was reduced to a crippled ruin. The fall of this structure was not just about steel and concrete collapsing into the river below, it was about Ukraine's war logistics, its supply chains, its mobility, and its hopes of resilience being torn apart. This story is not just about one bridge, but about the strategy, power, and consequences behind its destruction. Hello everyone, welcome back to the World Conflict Monitor channel. Please subscribe my channel. Today we are diving into one of the most shocking events of the ongoing war, the fall of the Kryukovsky Bridge. At first glance, it may appear to be a simple military strike against a piece of infrastructure. But when we peel back the layers, the importance of this strike becomes clearer. This was not just a random attack. It was a deliberate move to cut Ukraine's war artery in half, severing the lifeline that allowed men, weapons, fuel, and supplies to flow between crucial regions. The summary of this story is straightforward. Russia targeted the Kryukovsky Bridge with precision to cripple Ukraine's logistics. The strike was successful, splitting Ukraine's transport networks and making movement of resources much harder for Kyiv. The destruction of this bridge now poses not only military challenges but also humanitarian consequences, as civilians relied on this route for daily necessities. What once was a sturdy symbol of connection is now a broken landmark of vulnerability, showing how critical infrastructure can shape the course of modern warfare. From the outside, the exterior of the Kryukovsky Bridge had always been imposing. Stretching across the Dnipro River, it was a grand example of Soviet-era engineering: massive steel girders, long spans, and reinforced concrete pillars driven deep into the riverbed. To an ordinary observer, it looked unshakable, a fixed part of the landscape. But in war, appearances mean little. Russia saw the exterior not as beauty but as a target, as a weak point in Ukraine's armor. With missiles designed for precision, the bridge's sturdy shell was penetrated, collapsing spans into the water and tearing the deck into jagged ruins. The exterior now is no longer commanding but haunting, a skeleton of twisted beams reaching skyward like broken fingers. Inside the structure, the interior was functional, not decorative. The bridge's core had little more than wide lanes, heavy steel reinforcements, and maintenance pathways hidden beneath the deck. It was designed to carry tanks, trains, and convoys, not to dazzle onlookers. That is what made its destruction so impactful. This was not a tourist landmark or a symbolic monument. It was a utilitarian war tool, stripped of glamour, designed only for service. And in that service, it carried thousands of tons of supplies across every week of this war, until the missiles tore its functionality away in an instant. When we talk about performance, the Kryukovsky Bridge was one of Ukraine's finest. Its performance was not measured in horsepower or speed, but in the steady, reliable capacity it offered to the military machine. Trains carrying armored vehicles rolled across it. Trucks loaded with fuel, ammunition, and humanitarian aid used it as their main corridor. Even in the harshest bombardments, the bridge kept performing. But every machine has its limits, and when Russia chose to unleash high-precision munitions, performance gave way to vulnerability. The bridge's ability to withstand shock was overwhelmed, its resilience gone in minutes. Performance, no matter how consistent, cannot resist the focused weight of war's modern weapons forever. In terms of safety features, one could argue the bridge was never built to withstand today's threats. In the mid-20th century, engineers thought of weight distribution, river flooding, and structural fatigue. They did not imagine cruise missiles traveling at supersonic speeds, nor did they anticipate drones guiding laser-targeted payloads to exact coordinates. The Kryukovsky Bridge had rail guards, reinforced supports, and redundancy in spans. It could withstand accidents, natural disasters, even conventional explosives. But modern precision strikes bypassed all safety features, reducing them to irrelevance. It is the grim reminder that in this century, No safety design can protect infrastructure once it becomes a direct target in war. Looking at the unique selling points, the Kryukovsky Bridge was more than a structure. Its uniqueness came from its geography. It stood at a choke point that connected Ukraine's industrial heart to its capital and to the Western Allies' supply routes. Destroying it was like severing a vein in a living body. This was the bridge that gave Ukraine flexibility, the ability to reroute units, the means to stay mobile. That was its unique selling point. Not size or aesthetics, but location and necessity. In every war map, the Kryukovsky Bridge was highlighted as a key node. Russia did not just destroy steel, it destroyed strategic geography. When it comes to price, the bridge cannot be measured in dollars alone. The cost of its fall is multidimensional. Economically, Ukraine faces millions, perhaps billions, in repair costs and rerouting expenses. Militarily, the price is mobility, speed, and efficiency, all downgraded in an instant. Civilians now pay the price in